Hi, Miss Michael's class. We are here teaching you all the way from the United States of America.
14,983 kilometers or 9,310 miles away from you.
I'm Alana Ravindra.
And I'm Hussein Joma.
We are in high school or secondary school, both in year 11, and we will be graduating next year.
Today we're going to be teaching you all about the importance of sleep and make all of you more aware of why getting enough sleep affects your body as a part of our project for a program we're a part of called HOSA.
We are so excited to be teaching all of you today. We will be covering many topics throughout our lesson, so be sure to pay close attention, and we'll have many questions throughout it for you guys to answer.
After our lesson, we'll get to meet all of you on a Zoom call with your class, and you'll all get to play in a fun competitive game among your classmates.
We'll see you on the Zoom. In this lesson, we'll be covering many topics, which include why do you need sleep, the average amount of sleep you need, the science behind how you fall asleep, benefits to getting enough sleep, how sleep deprivation affects you,
how to tell if you're getting enough sleep, sleep deprivation versus sleep deficiency, insomnia, strategies for getting enough sleep, how your brain works when you sleep, the effects of sleep, and the importance of learning effective sleep.
Okay, so let's get started with the first part of our lesson. Why do we need sleep? Well, sleep is actually considered the most important factor to your overall health. How many of you knew that? Yes, it is just as important as eating healthy and exercising. Getting enough rest supplies you with the ability to be ready, alert, refreshed, and recharged. It allows the body to restore its chemical balance and heal itself. You will have healthier brain functions as it's linked to a better quality of life, and your behavior throughout the day depends on the amount of sleep you get at night. Okay, so for your first question, can you guys name a reason why we need sleep?
If you're between the ages of 6 and 12, you need 9 to 12 hours of sleep a night. And then if you're between the ages of 13 and 19, you need 8 to 10 hours of sleep at night. However, most teens and preteens only get an estimated amount of 6 to 7 hours of sleep every night, which is 2 to 3 hours off the average that is needed. So how many of you guys get the recommended amount of sleep that you need?
All right, so the science behind sleep. Basically, your body works like a clock, and it will determine when you start to feel tired. After we wake up, we will grow tired throughout the day, and this is known as the circadian rhythm. Can you all say that? Circadian rhythm. So let's talk about the three chemicals. The three chemicals the body deals with. The first is adenosine. Everyone say adenosine. Adenosine is a compound that gets released and built up in the brain when you grow tired. The second chemical is melatonin. The body releases melatonin when it starts to get darker and the sun goes down. The third chemical is cortisol, and this is what your body releases when you see the sun or any daytime light throughout the day, and it makes your body give off this chemical, promoting energy in your body.
Okay, so what is a term that determines when your body increasingly gets tired throughout the day? Okay, and then for another question, how does your body start to feel tired? So how does your body signal you when you start to feel tired throughout the day? So now for types of sleep, we're going to teach you guys about the two different types of sleep there are. One is called REM and the other is non-REM. And then REM stands for rapid eye movement. So rapid eye movement is when your eyes are moving rapidly when your eyes are shut. And this is when your breathing rate increases and then your body becomes temporarily paralyzed. And this occurs within the first 90 minutes of your sleep. And this is also when your dreaming occurs. And non-rapid eye movement occurs in 4 different stages. Stage 1 is when you fall asleep, and this is the light sleep when you're still under relaxation. Sleep 2 is a deeper sleep when your heart rate and breathing rate slow down, and then your body temperature also decreases. Stages 3 and 4 are similar. It's when you're in deep sleep, your heart rate, breathing rate, and brain waves are all at their lowest levels, and this is the most important stage of sleep to helping you feel alert for the next day.
The benefits of getting enough sleep at night. So why should you guys be getting your proper amount of sleep? Well, enough sleep is linked to better brain functions. This means it promotes better productivity throughout your life. You'll experience more concentration and focus at school. Your brain has the ability to signal your body to do certain tasks, and you'll have lower stress levels. Another point is that you'll have improved calorie regulation. This means that you have a higher chance of gaining weight without enough sleep at night. Enough sleep triggers the hormones in your appetite to digest properly, but not enough sleep causes the inability to regulate the food intake. You will also experience better performance when you get enough sleep, so you're linked to more energy, coordination, speed, and a stronger mind.
You also have a lower chance of getting heart disease because sleep basically gives your blood pressure rest because the work of your heart is decreasing, you're sleeping so you're not really active and doing much. And then lastly, you have a more strong immune system. So resting your body through sleep gives your body the energy it needs to function properly throughout the day. And then your body is able to fight off sickness, illness, and virus and under the rest.
Now for a question, can you guys name a benefit to getting enough sleep at night? You guys have probably heard the term sleep deprived or sleep deprivation, and this means that you aren't getting enough sleep at night and you're just tired all the time. Being tired will increase your mood swings, you'll become easily agitated or angry, it is linked to depression, you'll be more emotional, you'll have anxiety, you're quickly tempered, stressed, and you'll experience migraines or headaches. You'll also have an increased risk of type 2 diabetes. It is hard for your body to control the sugar levels without the energy when you don't get enough sleep at night. You'll also gain weight because when you eat, the signals in your brain tell your body when you're full and it struggles when you're tired. And you tend to eat more because your brain fails to tell your body.
You also have a more weak immune system, which means you're unable to fight off infection. You can deal with memory loss, high blood pressure, poor balance, which means you're more prone to getting into accidents and getting yourself injured. You lack thinking and concentration skills, so creativity, problem solving, and concentration all decrease. It takes you longer to finish certain tasks, and you have slower reaction times. And also the collagen in your skin is broken, so I don't think you guys really want to start looking old. So the collagen is when you start to get wrinkly. So you make sure you want to get enough sleep because that will prevent wrinkles.
How are you able to determine that you're not getting enough sleep at night? So there are certain signs, and you can tell if you're having trouble making decisions and solving problems. So let's say you can't focus at school, or if you're doing any certain task. You could feel like you could doze off during daily activities. Maybe you're sitting in class or watching TV. You could make mistakes and you take longer than normal to complete certain tasks. You have trouble controlling your emotions, and you could have difficulty learning or remembering things.
So now, name a way that sleep deprivation or being tired affects you. And then, how can you tell when you're sleep deprived? So sleep deprivation is when you're constantly feeling tired throughout the day because you don't get the right amount of sleep, and then this is sometimes when you fall asleep without even realizing it. While sleep deficiency is just a little different. It's when you're still sleep deprived, but you're sleeping at the wrong times of the day. So maybe during quarantine, this might have happened to you guys, or in the summer. You guys sleep during the day and you guys are up awake at night. That is sleep deficiency.
All right, so what is sleep deprivation? And then what is sleep deficiency? We are going to give you guys some helpful strategies to guarantee you will sleep better at night. Number one is to organize a set bedtime for each night to get your body in a routine. This shows how important sleep is to you. So if you stick to that routine each night, then your body will get used to it, maybe going to bed at 9 p.m. every day and waking up at 6 a.m. for school. And it is also important to set comfortable temperature settings. So being too hot or too cold will make you restless. So if you sleep better in a cold room, then turn the fan on. But if you know you sleep better in a hot room, then don't use any blankets or don't even turn the fan on. It's also important to dim the lights and eliminate any bright lights because this will trigger your brain to thinking that it's daytime and you won't be able to fall asleep. Have comfortable beddings and pillows because if you're uncomfortable, then you'll be restless throughout the night and you'll just wake up. Try not to go on any electronics because going on your iPhone and your iPad will trigger your brain to be awake. Exercising and being physically active during the day because if you work yourself throughout the day by staying active, you will feel tired at night and have no problems falling asleep. Try to limit long naps during the day, but shorter ones are fine to recharge maybe after school, but taking a long nap will make you feel awake at night. And don't drink any caffeine at night, but warm milk and chamomile tea will help you fall asleep.
So what factors affect your sleep? The light on your electronics stimulate your brain to thinking it's daytime, and although you may feel like you're getting tired from watching the screen, your brain fully isn't under the sleep stage yet. The foods you eat and drink also affect your sleep because almost all foods contain carbohydrates, and carbohydrates act as a source of energy for you, so eating the perfect amount of food will help you not become too tired or too energized. And certain medications also affect your sleep because some medications have chemicals that either trigger you to stay up or help you fall asleep. So some caffeinated medications will help you stay up, and then some medications like painkillers or melatonin, Tylenol will all make you drowsy. Being under stress also affects your sleep because your body struggles to fall asleep because there's thoughts running through your mind. So you want to make sure you're trying to calm down, meditate, and just relax your mind in general. And also your environment. So how many of you are light sleepers and you can hear literally any noise at night? And some things like sound, smell, light, and temperature of the room all affect how you sleep.
Okay, for our next question, what factors can affect your sleep? What causes you to be tired or fatigued? Suffering from depression can cause you to feel tired because you have no interest in pursuing certain tasks and you just feel like doing nothing. Suffering from obesity can also cause you to be tired because the excess amount of body fat makes it hard to have energy throughout the day to complete certain things and you tend to feel more lazy. Having anxiety because you are fearing and worrying about situations too much and your brain is just always filled with thoughts and worry.
Also, if you're a diabetic like me, controlling your sugar plays a major role in your energy. Having too low or too high sugars can either make you feel too tired or too energized. And also having anemia. So this is when your body lacks the red blood cells to carry out oxygen in your body, causing you to feel very exhausted.
Insomnia. How many of you guys have heard of insomnia before? Believe it or not, insomnia is the world's most common disorder, and this is a disorder that makes it difficult to fall asleep at night. It is hard for you to stay asleep or fall asleep because of stress or trauma or thoughts going through your head, and just stress keeps the mind active throughout the night, so you just go days without sleeping.
Being sleep deprived makes it difficult for your brain to work properly because brain cells are struggling to communicate effectively with one another. When you get enough rest, your neurons have the energy to communicate and send signals to your body, and these can be signals on when to respond to certain situations, which control your memory, and then no sleep causes your neurons to feel tired and sluggish. So when you're up and active, your neurons are up and active. However, when you're tired and you're feeling sluggish, your neurons are also tired and sluggish. So who knows what happens during the day when your neurons feel tired? Basically, you'll just fail to perform overall. You have failures and errors, and these signals will occur, and your reaction time is different, and then you tend to lose your memory. And that's just one main function of the brain when you get enough sleep, which is resting your neurons. So now we'll explain the second function.
The next most important function of the brain is the ability to carry out toxic waste. So your brain produces cerebrospinal fluid. Can you guys all say that? Cerebrospinal fluid. So during the day, toxic waste and proteins will build up throughout in the brain, but then the cerebrospinal fluid will come along and take out all of that toxic waste when you're falling asleep. So when you guys fall asleep, the neurons in your brain shut off and there's less blood flow in your brain. So the cerebrospinal fluid takes over the blood flow in your brain, and there's toxic waste that builds up in your body throughout the day. So all of these orange faces represent the toxic waste. So the fluid will come when you're sleeping and remove all of that toxic buildup in your brain. This is all the bacteria and toxic proteins. It travels out of the brain and into the lymphatic duct, just where your spine is. And then it will go into your bloodstream. It'll flow throughout your bloodstream and it will land in your liver. And it'll go to your kidney. And lastly, it will come out all in your bowel movements. All right, that is the end of our lesson, and you guys made it through. Now we're going to hop on a Zoom with you guys so we can meet all of you. See you in a few.